Ankorman Salvador Mundi mit den Breaking News. Mohammed, der Antichrist, hat seine tote Tante Kaula gefickt. Danach Nostradamus TV mit den Lottozahlen für nächste Woche Samstag. Danach das Wetter in Saudi-Arabia. Es wird heiß, heiß, heiß. Danach die Apokalypse. Morgen Bingo. Danke, ihr Salvador Mundi.
You are watching the English-speaking Al Jazeera Network. Death to America. It's the English-speaking Action News with Abdul Karim Aziz. Death to America. Co-anchor Jumana Fauzi.
My husband allows me to say only death to America.
The weather with Sunny Alibaba.
This weekend, the weather's going to be hot, hot, hot. I'll give you tips on staying cool. Here's one of them. Death to America.
Berhan Amir with sports.
I'll have the results of the soccer finals between the Mashhad Scorpions and the Tabriz Sandweevils, plus death to President Bush.
Yazid Al Farouk with entertainment news.
Come with me as I go behind the scenes on Lemony Snicket with rubber-faced funny man Jim Carrey. And death to Jim Carrey!
And now, Abdul Karim Aziz.
Good evening, and death to America. Our top story tonight. A Hamadan man lost control of his Passat and slammed into a herd of goats. We go now to Mumar Manir at the scene. Death to America.
Yes, thank you, Abdul. Death to America. I'm here with Ubay Shihab, who witnessed the accident. Miss Shihab, tell everyone what you saw and Death to America.
Yes, Death to America. I was standing over by the store with my friend, just saying to him, Death to America, when this car came flying out of nowhere and then slammed into the goats, and that's it. Death to America. Oh, is it possible to say Death to America to my mother and sister at home? Hello, Gami. Hello, Jasmine. Death to America.
Yes, thank you, Mumar. And death to America. Jumana.
Please forgive. My husband allows me only to say death to America.
Oh, you know, that reminds me, I only allow my wife, Mary Pat, to say death to America. And yesterday we were at this party, you see, right? And somebody asked her where the bathroom was. No. And she could only say, death to America.
Death to America.
Oh, that's enough now. That's enough. Okay. And now with sports, Berhan Amir. Berhan.
Today was the opening day of the Death to America Cup. Though everyone was at the top of their game, it was the Death to America cheerleaders who stole the show with their decadent display of hot Western sexuality. Back to you, Abdul. Death to the cheerleaders.
Yes, thank you very much. And death to America. And now hold on to your towels, because it's time for that crazy entertainment reporter, Yazid Al Farouk.
All Americans are murderers, and one of them is a thief, and his name is Matt LeBlanc. And he stole my heart. It's Joe on Must See TV Thursdays. Death to America, except for Joey.
Yes. Oh boy, that Matt LeBlanc has impeccable timing.
Impeccable.
It's very good, yes.
Death to America.
And now with another Death to America editorial, our station manager, Marak Al-Fadl.
Do you ever wonder why we always say death to America? I do. Do we really mean death to all the Americas? Death to South America? Death to America, the band from the 1970s? Perhaps I'm dating myself. When we say death to America, don't we really mean death to the United States? Or the U.S. for short? Sure we do. So next time, let's say what we mean and say death to the United States. That's my opinion. What's yours? Email me at deathtoamerica.org.
The Death to America views in this editorial are not the views of this station. Oh, goodness. Wait a minute. Yes, they are. From all of us here at the Al Jazeera Action News team, good night and death to America.
They're beautiful.
Finally.
Jumana.
Oh!
Pat and I were real.
That'll teach him.
But look at me, it's really.
Saudi Arabia executed 47 people today, its largest mass execution since 1980. Jonathan Vigliotti now has more on the consequences of one execution in particular.
This morning, Saudi state-run television reported all 47 men killed in today's mass execution were members of al-Qaeda, including prominent Shia cleric Nimr al-Nimr. But the charismatic religious leader was known by his followers as a peaceful reformist who opposed violence. News of the cleric's death sparked a wave of protests around the region. In the Iranian capital of Tehran tonight, demonstrators ransacked the Saudi embassy and set it on fire. In neighboring Bahrain, protests turned violent as police fired tear gas. And in Saudi Arabia, near Nimr's home in the eastern province, both men and women took to the streets chanting. Iran used their state-run news to condemn Nimr's death.
Despite international calls for his release.
Nimr rose to prominence after demanding more rights for the Shiite minority in the Sunni-ruled Saudi kingdom. He was shot and arrested in 2012 during anti-government protests that erupted as part of the Arab Spring. Today marks the largest mass execution on a single day in the country in the past few decades. Saudi officials defended them as an objective and legal way to ensure justice. But as the protests grew this afternoon, the European Union warned Nimr's death could have dangerous consequences for a region already fraught with sectarian tensions. Iran's foreign minister said killing Nimr will cost Saudi Arabia dearly. Jim, more protests are already scheduled for tomorrow in Iran and several other countries.
Jonathan, thank you.